Big 2 Local Weather Authority forecast. We warn you first.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're enjoying these beautiful views with all of this moisture that we have in sight. Of course, seeing all of these cumulus. Citibank Sky Tracker giving us a wonderful view on top of our Midland Sky Tracker right now. And even on radar, we can see all of that moisture starting to come on through, especially towards Borden County, getting some of those sprinkles across the 180 as well. So we will continue to see those spottier showers really towards the northern basin for the day. But we're getting all this moisture because we have a low pressure system in the upper levels that's helping us track all of that moisture to us and eventually giving us our rain chances tonight. Even some thunderstorm chances are possible for us as we were seeing that marginal risk towards Lee County. Now we do have some sunnier skies to come back by the time we hit tomorrow afternoon, but really we just have to deal with some windier conditions for us today and tomorrow as well. So we'll of course clue you in on that. But for right now, as we said, we're mostly cloudy. By the time we hit 6 o'clock, that's when we can see towards Lee County that severe thunderstorm risk for us as we're seeing it towards really the central Lee County. And then I'm thinking that it'll progress here for us. By 1 o'clock in the morning, you can see still towards the northern basin, but I'm expecting that it'll shift to the south a little bit for us in Ector and Midland counties to get our chances. But as you can see, by the time we actually hit our Saturday afternoon, much clearer. We are clearing out by our Saturday afternoon. Really a lot of our moisture and our rain accumulation is going to be ended here once we get to even before sunrise. And we can see that in our rain totals as we progress here. By the time we hit 8 o'clock, under a 1/10 of an inch for that rain. Now really, once we get to our Saturday morning, that's when we can see that accumulation rising. Almost 1/4 of an inch for Odessa Midland, almost 1/2 an inch for Seminole. And again, we will continue to see that overnight. But really, you can see by the time we hit our Saturday afternoon, nothing's changing. So really before sunrise even is when we can get the gist of our rain accumulation. And expect those 50s for us to remain through the night, really going to get into those mid-40s as we wake up, but for a majority of the night, going to stay into those 50s. Again, those thunderstorm possibilities are there, and we will continue with the fog for us to rise in that fog for overnight hours, and we have 10 to 15 mile per hour winds upon us too. But here's what we're talking for all of those winds, already seeing those upper teens, even lower 20s for us as we progress here by the afternoon, still sustained into those 20s, 22 miles per hour out of the southeast for us in Odessa Midland. Even by the time we hit Friday night, still going to see those upper teens and even some of those 20s, 22 miles per hour for Guadalupe Pass. And once we get a little break here, once we get to Saturday morning, then once we get to our Saturday afternoon, then it's all back again, even stronger this time, into those sustained 20s, 22 miles per hour out of the southwest for Odessa Midland, and even 33 miles per hour for Guadalupe Pass, and 28 miles per hour out of the west for Carlsbad. So just prepare for that, because even again, towards our Saturday night, still going to see those upper teens, could see some gusts into those 30s. And because of all this, we do have a high wind watch that starts tomorrow at 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time and runs through for 12 hours until 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time in the later hours. And we can see towards Guadalupe Pass as well as the Davis Mountains, that's interfering. We can see gusts as high as 60 miles per hour. So just prepare for that. Again, we're already seeing those sustained winds into those 30s around there. So we do need to prepare ourselves as we continue through the next few days. Really, if you're even across West Texas, just be aware we are going to be on the breezier side here. But for those temperatures into those lower 60s and upper 50s, 59 degrees in Lovington and 61 degrees for Seminole. Even the Central Basin getting with those mid 60s, 63 degrees for Penwell and 65 degrees in Crane, and that'll continue for the Trans-Pecos as well into those mid-60s, even lower 70s. We're talking 67 degrees in Fort Stockton, as well as 64 degrees in Bakersfield, and we're going to see some more 70s for us in the mountains towards Big Bend and Presidio at 71 degrees, and even 64 degrees for us in Alpine. So just prepare for another mild day, although we are going to actually get those warmer, more mild temperatures once we get through the rest of the week. We can even see by our new year right on par with our 57 degree mark of our average high temperature by our new year at that 58 degree mark, and we're going to continue to see those cooler temperatures in the mornings as well. You can already see by our Monday morning starting below freezing that morning, so just prepare it for it. But again, getting that rain tonight into tomorrow morning, and then we're eventually gonna trickle off and get that drier weekend.
Yeah, I like the drier weekend.
Yeah.
I love the sunnier conditions as well. When the sun's out, but it's so cold.
Yeah.
So it'll actually start feeling like winter, which is kind of nice heading into the new year.
Yeah.
Next week on Wednesday, by the way. I can't believe that.
I know. It's just be careful with the winds because, you know, that does take you down a few degrees because it releases your heat.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
just make
very
sure.
true. Stay warm out there, but